Andy Panda Goes Fishing is an average cartoon at times, and at other times it's deeply problematic. This is a Walter Lantz Andy Panda cartoon from 1940. This is directed by Burt Gillett and Alex Lovy and written by Victor McLeod and Burt Gillett, with a voice cast including Bernice Hansen, Sara Berner, Mel Blanc, Margaret Hill-Talbot and Danny Webb. And it starts off with Andy Panda and a turtle, and they go fishing, and the turtle's got some creative mechanisms to try and capture things. It's all well and good, it works well enough. It's not the most interesting, but I appreciate the creativity. And then we have another character brought in, and it's a character of an electric eel. And I quite like that character. I like the design of the character. We didn't get to know too much of its personality, but what we got to see was pretty decent. So that was fine as well. And then about halfway through, we're introduced to what I believed, and IMDb has confirmed it, I believe they were trying to depict pygmy people, and they are credited on IMDb as being pygmy hunters voiced by Mel Blanc, and they are just so uncomfortably depicted. When we first meet the first one, he basically slithers down this mountainside like a snake, and that's not a good way to represent a human if you're not trying to make them come across as slithery and slimy. So that wasn't very great. And then their behaviours after that are obviously very, very awkward and uncomfortable, highly caricatured movements. And then they chase after Andy Panda and the turtle, and there was one moment that I liked that I found to be quite entertaining. I'll discuss that in a moment with a spoiler warning. But then right towards the end, we have more stereotyping and really uncomfortable depictions of the pygmy characters, and I really did not enjoy that part of it. And the events before that were, as I said, they were creative, they were maybe not fascinating, but they were fine and they worked well enough. As a duo, I did like Andy Panda and the turtle. I'm quite new to Andy Panda, so I have no idea if this turtle ever appears again, if it's a recurring character, or if this was maybe just a one-off. But what we got in this cartoon, I quite liked. But the rest of it, I can't say much to it. Some of the animation was okay, but the narrative, it could have been so pleasant. It could have just been a fun little cartoon about fishing with some visual humour around the pond, but they had to take it into a really uncomfortable direction instead, so it's definitely not great. Needless to say, I don't really recommend it, but I will now, with a spoiler warning, tell you the one bit that I actually found to be quite funny. And this is kind of towards the end, and Andy Panda and the turtle have tried a series of different techniques to try and paddle and row faster as they're trying to escape the pygmy people. And they're going up a waterfall. And the bit I found to be, I think it was adorable more than funny, but it's when they're trying to go up the waterfall and the turtle comes out of his shell and pushes Andy Panda up while kicking his legs and swimming behind, and it was just cute. I liked it. That moment I thought was pretty good. But the rest of the cartoon, unfortunately, I can't say the same thing.